Hello, this is Dan Herrick. The fellas at Lively Legs asked me to do some instructional videos in tying their flies. What we're going to tie is a tungsten bead sulphur nymph. First off, we'll look at this fly. Good looking fly. If you have sulphurs in your water, check this little nymph out, use it, you'll have good luck. So what we're going to do here, I'll pan back and I'll give you materials that we're going to use. We're going to use a Lively Legs lip splitter number 720, size 12. Of course, we're going to use Lively Legs in a size small, and the color is yellow. We're going to use Down and Dirty tungsten beads in a 3/0 size in a gold color. We're going to use soft copper wire in a size small from Unithread. We're going to use natural hare's ear from Hairline for our dubbing. In our thorax area, for our wing case, we're going to use Pheno Skin Black. For our tail, we're going to use Mallard Flank dyed Wood Duck Gold for our tail. And we're going to use Hairline Natural Ringneck Pheasant for our body. So we can get started on this fly. I'll pan in a little bit. That should be good right there. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a hook. And as I said before, this is an easy way to put your bead on. So here we go. We got the hook. Watch it, they're sharp. Insert like this. Take your bead. I use a barb crusher to do this. You have a big hole and a small hole on your bead. You put the small hole on the hook first. Run it up on your hook. Reinsert it. Start your thread. Put our tail on, which is the mallard fibers. Take about 6 or 7 fibers. Lay it on your hook shank. So you want it a little bit shorter. Loose wrap. Your thread does that. Turn it to the right. Loose wrap. Pull it up and over. There you go. Secure it. Cut off the excess. Run your thread to the back of your bead. Take your gold wire. Tie it in. Tie it in and finish it off so it's on the opposite side of the hook facing you. Like so. Okay, now we're going to take some natural pheasant skin, or pheasant fibers. About 5 or 6. Line them up. Tie it in. Make sure that you go to the bend of the hook. That's an important step when tying with pheasant tail fibers. Okay, now we're going to take our pheasant tail fibers. We'll wrap it around. You can use hackle pliers too. That might make it easier for you. Just gather your feathers up, pinch your hackle pliers, and grab a hold of them, and you should be okay with that. But I can do it with my. You can do it with your hand also. Trim off the excess. Now we want to counter wrap pheasant tail fiber. So you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Tie it off. Counter wrapping, what this does, it crisscrosses your pheasant tail fibers, holding them more securely on the hook. Plus it kind of protects them from the toothy critters, like trout. What we're going to do here, I don't like the helicopter, so what I do is I trim my wire with a cheap pair of scissors. Reason I do that, I think that when you helicopter, you have a chance of moving your fibers around, or your materials. So the next step we're going to do, we're going to put the wing case on. Now I'm going to show you a little trick. You have a stem that goes right down the middle. Okay? So when you do this, prepare your wing case and tie it the same width as the legs. And when you tie it in and fold it over, you will not bend your legs down. Your legs will stay right where you put them. So remember that little trick when you do your wing case. Make it the same width as that stem on your lively legs. Okay, now we're going to tie in our wing case of Pheasant skin. Secure it over the center of your hook, which is about right there. A little thing about Pheasant skin, it comes with a white backing. You peel that off, and what you have is this. Just so you know. Okay, now we're going to set our lively legs, but before we do that, we got to take some of this dubbing wax, put it between your finger, index finger and your thumb, rub them together. Take a tiny little bit of this dubbing. Pull most of the guard hairs out. You want to get that little bit of underfur. What we're going to do here, we're going to make a little piece of a thorax, tying it very sparsely and thin, just like that. That's all you need. Doesn't have to be pretty. You don't have to cover the whole hook or everything up. You just need something for those lively legs to bite into. Now, on your lively legs, you have a front section, a middle section, and a back section. This is your front tab, and this is your back tab. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this front tab, put it directly behind that bead, tie it in, and secure it with 2 or 3 wraps. Go to the mid section with 2 or 3 wraps, and go right behind the second set of legs, and then go back to the middle. Pull this tab up in the back. You don't need that third set of legs. And flip off the front. So you have something that looks like this. Okay, take your thread, go to the back of the legs, pull down, make sure your legs are all set correctly, which they are, and we're going to take a little bit of dubbing. Take your finger and put it on your dubbing wax, and put some dubbing on your thread. It sure does make it easier when you use that dubbing wax between your finger and your thumb. And then you can slide your dubbing right up to the beginning of the fly. Roll your bobbin up. And you can wrap 1 thread behind, 2 in the middle. Pull your legs back, 1 in the front. Might have a little too much dubbing, you just pull it off. Pull your legs back, and then 2 or 3 wraps in the front. Set your legs. Now, pull your wing case over. And don't let it lay like that and tie it in. What you want to do is pull a little bit tight. Take your middle finger and put it against that eye of that hook, and you can pull it. It makes it easy to do. Then take a couple wraps. Pull it back. 2, 3 wraps. When you cut this, don't let it lay like this. Pull it up. Snip it. Pull your front legs back. Make 1, 2, 3, 4. Take your whip finisher. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold your eye. Give it a good little tug on your thread. Never cut your thread. Push your scissors through it. Take your dubbing brush. Pick out a little bit of the fiber. Like so. Might have a couple little stray hairs. Now to finish the fly off, we'll put some head cement on it. Make a little dab on top. Little dab on the bottom. This secures your fly a little bit more. So there you have the tungsten sulphur nymph. Like I always say, tight lines, tight wraps, good fishing.